Now there is one simple thing that is happening that I usually don't like happening is you can see a lot of volume is getting attached here and the VWAP is flattening. So that is not good. It needs to continue its journey lower. If this flattens, it means that the volume is not very high here. Now don't compare this volume and this volume. Sometimes you will see similar horizontal volume, but it's not heavy volume, right? It happens over a number of candles. So even though you get a nice HVN, it might not be indicative of heavy volume. So it can still move down, all right? I'm not saying it's not moving down, but if this turns flat, what will happen is it will exert a pull on the markets. What that means is lower prices are not generating good volume. That is why the VWAP is getting flat. Here the market was not only moving lower, but the volume was lower. So the average price, weighted average price, is getting pulled down. If prices, despite being lower, the average price is not getting pulled down, that tells me that the volume is not very heavy at lower prices, and that tells me that there may not be a willingness to continue to the downside, and that can result in a reversion to the mean. Now, is this a trade? Not for me, definitely. But let's say it pulls back to here, and if has slight bend to it, even to the downside, you can use this to enter into another short opportunity. If nothing else, it may not come and tag this low, but it will give you a small scalp. And then probably you can decide whether, you can part book your position, and if it goes back, rest of it is scratched at cost. But if it continues to go lower and tag this low, you can get a very good trade out of it. Just wanted to record a quick follow-up update for what we discussed on Nifty in the morning session. And when the Nifty was trading somewhere around here, I said it is attaching a lot of volume here, but the VWAP is slowly turning flat. I said if it continues to trend down, then the pullback will get sold into. But now if you see, when the market came to VWAP, it was practically flat. And what that meant was whatever trading happened here, the volume was not very high. And that suggested lack of higher time frame participation. And the inability of the VWAP to be pulled lower suggested that higher time frames are not interested in trading at lower levels. And then what happens? We come to the VWAP. VWAP is flat, so no question of selling. But it not only comes to VWAP, it goes above it and actually trends for the rest of the day. So you could have used this information that VWAP was flattening to understand that higher time frame traders are not interested at lower levels, and that will pull the prices back up. And then you can use references from previous day, like previous day's VWAP, HVN, whatever the references are for the auction to reach. And you could have bought any of the pullbacks that you can see on this chart and made some money out of this nice trending move. This is yet another way I like to use VWAP in my trading.